Good afternoon and welcome. Glad to have you all here today. So let's get started talking about macOS 15 Sequoia, part 2 in our series of the latest operating systems on GoFor Lunch for February 18th, 2025. Brought to you by GoFor Technology. I'm Roger Harmon, your host, and we are here to make your technology work for you. It is National Thumb Appreciation Day. So, think about that thumb. What could you do without the thumb? So, appreciate your thumb today. Thumbs up to everybody. And welcome, Chris. So, the things we're going to talk about today, the features in Sequoia are Apple Intelligence. So Apple Intelligence is rolling out over the next year, probably. And so we're going to talk about the latest parts of Apple Intelligence, which are Gmoji, Image Playground, Cleanup a Photo, Notification Summaries, and Writing Tools. So a little public service announcement. Some of these things don't work. So we're going to find out which ones work and which ones don't. Many of them are considered in beta, even though they have been released to the general public. So don't be discouraged when they don't work. It's not about you. So the first one we're going to look at is Gmoji, which is an Apple Intelligence feature. It's available in iOS 18.2 or later, but you do need an iPhone 16 or an iPhone 15 Pro or Pro Max, and you need Sequoia 15.3 to use Gmoji. So the way Gmoji works is you can use it in messages, among other places. You can share them as a sticker, a tap back, and there's other ways. So all you do is you describe what you want the Gmoji to look like. And then you can, once you've found the one that you like, you can click on Add to Save. So let's jump into Messages here. So we're going to go into the Finder. There we go. And so we have a message here. So what you do is you click in the message block. Also, you see another feature that just appeared here is it will prepare responses. So I have a response here that says you're welcome and another one that says no problem. So that's another feature. But to get the Gmoji working, we click on the little icon over here on the right, the lower right hand corner, the little emoji. And then, of course, we get any emojis that we have frequently used right here. But then we want to find something new. So we're going to type in a description. So we're going to type in purple dolphin. So you notice that all the emojis turn to purple there. So it couldn't find a purple dolphin. So now what we do is we click on Create New Emoji right here in the center. And now you see this circle, and it's creating a purple dolphin. And then next to it, it is creating a slightly different version of the purple dolphin. And as you can see, it's very slightly different, but wait, there's more. So here's a purple dolphin with water underneath it. And here's a purple dolphin with two tails. So, some of these, it says right here, some descriptions may create unexpected results. So there is a great example of that. So here's another one with a background. And you see these are being composed as we go. So there's a slightly different one. There's one with a water on the foreground. So you get the idea. Now, earlier today I tried to count how many different versions it created, and it stopped at, or I stopped at 50, and it was still creating different versions. There's a different shade of purple. I think they call that pink. So you can see here that you get lots of choices. So then if you wanted to save it, you would go up here in the upper right hand corner of this window and click on Add. Okay, so now not only did we save it to our emojis, but we inserted it in our message. Now if we go back here to the emojis, you notice here is the dolphin in our recently used. So that's the way that Genmojis work. So the next thing we're going to look at, which is similar to Genmojis, is Image Playground. Again, this is in beta. You may have to download it from the App Store. It may not be on your operating system. It allows you to kind of go beyond the Genmoji and choose themes, costumes, accessories, and places. And then you can copy or save or share the ones that you create. So we're going to go back here in our dock and click on Image Playground. Oh my goodness, who is that? So we're going to go back here and try to get to our creation. Okay, so we're going to click on the plus in the upper right hand corner. Okay, so that's the way it'll normally come up. So in this first selection, you get some different things from the different categories. But then if you click on the arrow here on the right, you get themes. So you can see there's an adventure theme, a summer theme, a fantasy theme, a sci-fi theme, a sunset theme. Then you get costumes, so you could be a chef or a farmer or a vampire or a race car driver, among others. Then here are the accessories: baseball cap, a beret, a scarf, a top hat. And then you have places, so you have a desert, a stage, a stadium, mountains, a rainforest, and that's it. So again, down here you describe what you want, or you can start with a place. So let's start with let's see here. I'm looking for, well, let's start with a fantasy here. So that's just one aspect of it. So there's the fantasy. And again, you see the little dots here at the bottom. So that means it's created at least 4 different versions of this castle here. And they are continuing. So you can see the arrow disappears, and when an arrow comes back, that means it's created yet another one. But we could add fireworks to it. So now we have a fantasy fireworks. So there you see the fireworks up around the castle. And then when you click on the 3 little dots here in the upper right hand corner, you can copy, you can share, you can save, and if you're having a problem, you can report it right here. So again, it's beta software, and they want you to let them know what is not working so they can fix it. So that is Image playground. You can also use people. So we're going to hit the arrow. So you can see here are some images that I did earlier. So here's a lighthouse with fireworks. Hi, Gretchen. And here's a picture of me. So I tried to create a picture of a burro in the desert. Now, when I said burro, I meant donkey-like animal. But the AI thought I meant a hole, like to burrow into something. So here I am in a burrow in the desert. So you have to be careful how you select the language. So if we go back here, we have some choices. So let's choose a person here. So I'm going to click on my images, and I want to, okay, so we'll go with that one. So you can see I have down here, it says person, and then I have a choice of style. So this style is animation, and the other choice is illustration. So it's forming the illustration. So there's the illustration. So you can see two different styles there. So that's the way that image playground works. Next we have clean up a photo. So you can remove distracting objects from photos, like telephone poles in the background or somebody in your scene that you didn't want to be there. You do need an iPhone 16, iPhone 15 Pro or Pro Max, any iPad with an A17 Pro or M1 or later, or a Mac with an M1 processor or later. And you also need iOS 18.1, iPad 18.1, or macOS Sequoia 15.1. So the way it works is you open the Photos app, you click on Edit in the top right, and then you click on Cleanup, which is kind of in the top center. So we're going to go to our Photos app. So here's a picture. This happens to be the Murphy Wilmot Library entrance, where we had our in-person meeting recently. So you click on Edit up here in the upper right-hand corner, and then you get the option here in the top center to the right, Clean Up. So you get instructions here that you can click, brush, or circle what you want to remove, and you can pinch to pan and zoom. So I don't like this red box here in the foreground, so I'm going to draw a circle around it. Kind of a wavy circle, and go up to the starting point, and then it'll start to shimmer, and it's gone. So you notice it replaced the sunlight on the pillar here, put it exactly where it should be. And you notice back here we have three different objects that are shimmering. So the software, the artificial intelligence, has picked those up. So if we wanted to get rid of this guy here at the entrance, we just click on him, he's gone. And if we wanted to get rid of these other two, we could just click on those. So very easy to use. And then when you're done, you click Done in the upper right hand corner, and now you have the completed picture. There's no person in front of the door. There's no red box here in the lower left hand corner. So very handy way to edit your photos and remove things that you don't want to be there. So notification summaries. This requires a Mac with a M1 processor or later. And so you go to Safari on your Mac, you click on this little icon, which is up in the search field, and then you click on Show Reader, and you click on Summarize at the top of the page, and then to return to your normal view, you click on this little icon, which is in the same area as the first icon. And then you can click on Hide Reader. So let's go into Safari. So here we have a privacy policy that we want to summarize. So we click up here, and we're already in. So let's reload this page here. Okay, oh, it's not changing on us, so let me create a new page and paste and go. And so now I have to select some text. So I'll select this first 3 paragraphs. And like I said, this is in beta, and it is not working. There we go. Now it's working. Okay, so we're going to select our text. We're going to click on the little icon up here in the search field. We're going to click on Show Reader, and then up here you see it says Summarize. So now it is doing the summary. And as I mentioned, this is beta software, and it doesn't always work. It says something went wrong while trying to summarize this page. Try again later. So in my preparation, I had this happen like 5 out of 6 times it wouldn't work. So let's try it one more time. No. So this is something that they need to perfect. And so be aware that this may not work for a while. So writing tools is another one. Again, you select the text that you want to refine, and you either control click or right click on the selected text. You choose writing tools, and you choose show writing tools. So let's go back here to our example here in Safari. So we're going to select these paragraphs. Now we're going to right click, and you see here we have writing tools. So you can go right to what you want to do in this contextual menu, or you can click here on show writing tools and it appears off to the left. So we can change this to make it more friendly. So here's the more friendly version that's working on it. And okay, so now it has taken out the parentheses and made this a little more friendly. Taken out some of the words here in the second paragraph. So you can use that for emails, or you can use it for anything that you can select text on. So that brings us to questions. So please do me a favor and share our YouTube videos and the GoFor Gazette that comes to you every Monday morning about 7 o'clock with someone you know that uses Apple devices. Zoom is now updated to 6.3.10, so if your Zoom workplace doesn't update automatically, go ahead and take care of that. And it's Tea Mug tonight. Tucson Macintosh Users Group is meeting tonight. You can find the link for that in the Gopher Gazette. And our featured presentation is Melissa Davis talking about the latest innovations in passkeys, which are supposed to replace passwords. So tune in tonight and see how that transition is actually working. So let's see what you guys are talking about here. So, oh, I'm sorry. You couldn't see the purple dolphins. Okay, so Susan says the photo cleanup could be used for nefarious purposes. Yes, like many of the artificial intelligence features, they can. And Chris says use proofread for everything I type, even right click to get writing tools. Proofread is proofread in longer text messages. Yep, that's good. You see so many things on the internet from reputable news organizations and well-known websites where somebody didn't proofread them. So hopefully with this new feature we'll get better documents on the internet. So Chris says as a new annotate feature in Zoom is finally something useful. It's a green pencil in a circle on the left side of the screen towards the bottom. So maybe we'll be able to use that tonight in our TMUG Zoom meetings. So obviously this is a taste of Apple Intelligence. There's more to come. We think that Siri is going to be improved. Unfortunately, when I started this and when I did my Gopher Gazette newsletter talking about Siri, we were expecting it to be updated in iOS 18.4. The latest rumor now is 18.5. But the point of the article in our newsletter was if you use Siri more, it understands you better, and then you'll be able to understand what has improved if you're using Siri. So I encourage everybody to give Siri another chance if you've been discouraged. It has improved a little bit here and there. And again, if you keep talking, it trains on what you do and gets better in that way. So if you have any other questions that you think of after we leave today, my contact information will be coming up here shortly. So I hope you see you tonight for the TMUG meeting starting at 6 o'clock for the Ask Me Anything session and 7 o'clock for the general session. So have a great rest of your day and come back and join us next Tuesday at high noon for another GoFor Lunch.